state of Florida's top doctor proudly serves one of the state's smallest communities, as well as the students of the Florida State University College of Medicine. Recently, I traveled to the far end of the state to pay a house call on Florida's finest family physician. Just south of the Alabama state line, Jay, Florida isn't the biggest stop on Highway 4, but it offers its 600 or so residents a fair share of amenities. The water tower proudly welcomes you to town, and there's a fire station, city hall, even a hospital.
Very close-knit, small community. We have one red light, and we're very proud of our red light.
Jay's also proud of Dr. David Smith, the area's primary health care provider since 1981, and a member of the Florida State faculty.
He treats every single patient exactly the same. He gives them the best medical care that can be given, no matter what their situation is. Every problem is very important to him because he knows it's very important to the patient.
For that reason and more, the Florida Academy of Family Physicians recently named Smith Florida's Family Physician of the Year.
I'm surprised. I'm so surprised. That's something that's happened that I never dreamed, never thought was a possibility. It makes me feel very humble, makes me want to work harder to try to live up to that kind of an award, that kind of a title.
Smith's exceptional bedside manner played a large part in the honor, a level of care and compassion rarely seen in larger communities. It's one of the benefits of small-town living.
You're dealing with people that you know, you're dealing with people that you love, that you care about, and so what happens is you really become involved in your cases, and when something bad happens, it hurts a lot worse. But at the same token, when something goes right, it really feels a lot better too. It really makes it a very fulfilling practice. Does that hurt to work the joint?
Dr. Smith serves his patients wherever he's needed, in the office, the emergency room, the hospital, the nursing home, wherever and whenever he's needed. He even makes house calls.
All right, well, let me get this going while you slip your shoe back on, okay? It's so much easier for me to practice medicine and work hard when I'm working with people that I really know and care a lot about. I kind of like to tease some of the specialists. I don't know how you get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and go see a stranger. I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and go see a friend, and it's a lot better. And it also just makes your day feel like you've done more.
He knows the patients. He knows where they're coming from for the most part, and he knows how to relate to the patients.
Smith's ties to Florida State are strong. He completed his first year of medical school at FSU through the program in medical sciences. Known as PIMS, the program emphasized primary care as it prepared students to complete med school at the University of Florida. PIMS later became the FSU College of Medicine. Now that emphasis on primary care continues at FSU through all 4 years of med school.
I'm seeing students that were much like I was. They're coming from rural, underserved areas. They're coming in with an attitude that, hey, family practice is a great thing to do.
As an educator, Smith instructs 3rd and 4th year students from the FSU College of Medicine's regional campus in Pensacola.
He's really the only person that I've ever met that I could really, truly aspire to emulate everything about him. And so it was the first time I think I've really had a role model. And so it was really nice to be able to have a role model. I finally know what it feels like to look up to somebody and to want to be like them.
We have had some great students selected at Florida State University, and they are the kind of students that can really solve a problem that this state has.
That's the desperate need for health care in rural and other underserved areas. Smith himself saved the local hospital from closing when he chose to return home after med school.
He graduated from the University of Florida in a position that he could have done anything that he wanted to do, with the world wide open, from neurosurgery to orthopedics to being deans at some of the greatest medical schools in the country. He had the opportunity to do that, and he chose to go into family practice and to leave his residency early to come back here because he knew that they needed the health care here, and so he came back for the people and put the good of his community and the health care of his community far above himself.
Today, the Jay medical community is thriving as a direct result of Smith's influence.
I just feel like I'm where I should be. I'm doing what I should do, and I've just been totally blessed. I would just like to say a big thank you to everyone who's been involved with this thing. I mean, it's been something that I'm very, very proud of and really humbled by, and just to thank everyone who's ever helped me and in the past or present. I'd really like to thank everyone else.
It's a safe bet the people of Jay, Florida would like to thank Dr. David Smith. Well, back in Tallahassee,